How About That Cigar is proud to bring you coverage of the 2024 PCA Trade Show. Burn cigars, not bridges.
How about that cigar?
How
PCA.
about that cigar?
Nick Melillo.
How are you, Matt?
My man, it's a beautiful day. It's the last day
Whew.
of the trade show, man.
We-
How you
we
holding up?
We almost made it.
I know.
I'm trying not to get sick, Matt. You know,
Oh, I know, man.
It's this dry weather is
Yeah.
something else, but
Well, and shaking hands with like 5,000 people.
I think it's more just the schedule. You know, it's like
Oh,
the
yeah.
14-hour days is, you know, luckily we're going all day. That's the
Yeah.
whole point. But I always run myself down.
Yeah.
Got to take my vitamins.
So, man, it's every year you guys have been busy, but this year you guys have been busy.
Yeah, that's
Man,
good
there's
to hear.
so much cool
That's
stuff
good to
going
hear.
on, man.
Yeah.
So,
I'm always running around. I never get to get a full sense of what. I guess that as long as I see my tables filled, I'm happy.
that's right. That's right. And you know, those first 2 days of the trade show, there's like not an empty space in your booth.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
hopping like crazy, man.
Yeah, I loved it, and we're much more organized, Matt, than we've
Okay.
ever been. So
Okay.
it's a little bit less chaotic, I think, than
Yeah.
earlier years. You know, we have the team going hard. They got appointments, and
Yeah.
you know, we have schedules and whatnot, which is good.
You got to do that.
I thrive in some of the chaos sometimes.
I'm with you.
And, you know, I'm so thankful of all the people that come, you know, and support us. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
always
man.
try to, you know, show my love to everybody that comes in the booth.
Yeah.
But it's definitely overwhelming.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
You know, and I feel rough sometimes, you know, if I don't get to say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, you know, talk us through, you know, kind of start at the beginning of, you know, some of the
Yeah.
new things that have
Yeah, we
kind
got a lot
of
to talk
evolved
about, yeah.
with Foundation Cigar, you know?
Yeah. So, you know, we're going on our 10th year,
Yeah.
believe it or not, which is totally insane.
Yeah.
So, you know, I made a really difficult decision to discontinue Wawense
Yeah.
and Wiseman Maduro. You know, I think for me, you know, Wawense was my first blend. It's like my baby.
Right.
In 2015, we launched at the trade show in New Orleans there. It had a purpose, and
Right.
it was really, I obviously knew from a marketing perspective it would be a tough one for people to pronounce.
Yeah.
But at that time, nobody really knew who I was, and
Yeah.
nobody knew Foundation, obviously, except for the hardcore group of retailers, the
Right.
consumers. So I knew they would get it.
Exactly.
It just over the past 10 years hasn't evolved like our other brands.
Yeah.
You know, as far as reaching out beyond the, you know, the hardcore retailers
Yeah.
and the consumers. So I then had an opportunity to work with Pepin Garcia, with Jaime, their grandson Jandy,
Yeah.
who's been phenomenal, and the whole family. And you can't pass on these types of opportunities.
Exactly.
So I said, let's take it into the next 10 years of Foundation. So we launched Wiseman Corojo and Wiseman Maduro at this show. Should I
Nice.
point these at the camera
Yeah,
or at
yeah,
you?
absolutely. Yeah, we'll get these up
Yeah.
here.
So these are, this is a 100% Nicaraguan blend,
Yeah.
similar to Wawense, but it's completely different.
Okay.
So these are completely, I didn't try to recreate or reblend those. To me, those are now, hopefully they'll be brands that people collect, and it will become one of these, I hope, classic brands. 'Cause the one,
Absolutely.
it's so beautiful. But I wanted to recreate new blends. It's all different tobaccos from, you know, Pepin's farms.
Yeah.
So 100% Nicaraguan is the Corojo. We use tobacco from the three main growing regions
Okay.
from Pepin's farms. Jalapa,
Esteli.
Condega, Esteli.
Okay, nice.
Double binder, Esteli,
Pepin, yeah.
Jalapa. So I think it's really unique,
Yeah.
unlike anything
Okay.
you know we've done, unlike anything in our portfolio. Medium, just like right in that nice medium
Yeah.
cedar. The sweetness of this, the tobaccos are just
Nice.
really incredible. And then the Maduro is a San Andreas,
Yep.
and then similar blend, but it's kicked up. There's a little bit more strength, a little bit more Viso, Ligero, so it's got a little bit more richness,
Yeah.
a little bolder, a little bit more body.
I like it.
You know, I like to do that a little bit more because the wrapper is much thicker,
Yeah.
so it can kind of absorb the strength of the filler
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Okay.
And it's what I like.
Yeah.
You know, I like
Yeah.
a little bit more meat on the bone. So we're doing these in 4 sizes. We got a Corona, Robusto, Toro, and the double Corona.
Yeah.
We sell a crazy amount of double Coronas. I don't know if that's
amazing though.
Tabernacle double Corona, Olmec
Yeah.
double Corona. Now our Axom is another change,
Yeah.
which was formerly Matapa. You know, I had a little bit of trademark issue on the imagery of Matapa.
I see.
And instead of, you know, wasting time and getting into trademark issues, I wanted to move forward.
Yeah.
As you know, in this business, you know, trademarking is insane. I've been fortunate not to have problems all these years.
Yeah.
But the last thing you want is to be tied up in.
Yeah. It bogs you down.
What's that?
It bogs you down.
It bogs you down, and then you're dealing with lawyers, and you know, if Matapa was 5 years in and we were selling, that would be a different. You would defend it, but it was our first shipment,
Right.
And I said, let's move forward.
Right.
So Axom is the same blend.
Right.
These are actually all these cigars. I had these all have been made in aging in early fall.
Okay.
So these are the same batch from the first shipment of Matapa.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
This cigar, I cannot stop smoking.
Yeah.
I mean, I got my Matapas set aside because that would be another, you know.
Yeah.
I got like, you know, at least 25 boxes of each.
Yeah.
My stash is, you should see my stash. So, you know, Axom kind of plays into this other theme we have going with my love for the Ark of the Covenant.
Right.
Axom is where they claim to possess the Ark of the Covenant
Okay.
in northern Ethiopia. And the imagery on the band is actually the father of Haile Selassie, who's on the Tabernacle box. Right. He was the governor of Axom at one point. I mean, the image, to me, it's just striking. Very regal. This image actually comes from 1902 when he traveled to England for the crowning of King George.
Oh, nice.
And he was given the medal of St. George, which he's wearing around his neck in the imagery. So really striking. The blend, Sumatra, Ecuador, really unique to me, Sumatra, Ecuador. To me, it has some of that kind of, a little bit of that good bitterness to it. But then I put the Connecticut broadleaf binder on it. That binder comes from the Tabernacle production.
Okay.
So it's all the wrapper that doesn't pass for Tabernacle broadleaf. We've had that kind of accumulating in inventory.
Okay.
So I needed to find a good home for it. So Axom became the home. Claro and Maduro, of course. I've been smoking boxes of Robusto Claros lately. That's been my kick.
Yeah.
10 count boxes, also 4 sizes. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Sharp. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, that the artwork pops like crazy, and
yeah, I like this kind of combination between the natural wood and then a little bit of color.
Yeah.
I think it.
And I love this, you know, this cedar insert, you know, with the story on it. It's really cool
and
because.
Then this pops out. You know, there's little
Oh,
handles
the
here,
tray,
so you can, you know.
Which is a great feature. You've done that before with some other releases.
Yeah, the Olmecs.
Yeah.
You know, we got the trays. You know, I sometimes don't maybe package things the 100% right way in the sense of retail.
Right
I always,
way.
in the sense that I'm looking at box. I want when you buy a box for it to just be something special. You know.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking of it a lot of times in the sense of box purchases.
Definitely.
You know,
Definitely. Yeah.
This is a good example. The signature from that we're doing. We had such a great demand for this. I caved. Originally we did this for the 100th year anniversary of King Tut, and we decided to do it now. The tune was discovered in November, so every November we're doing a release in tribute for King Tut's discovery. So it's just.
And so every November, is it going to vary in production numbers?
It's going to be about 700 boxes.
700 boxes.
Yeah.
So still nice limited run, but
yearly.
You can count on that once a year.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's a pricey stick.
But it's a special stick. It's a special cigar.
That's what I tell guys. You get guys that get online sometime and I get it. The prices are insane sometimes, but it is one of those. That's not a stick that you're smoking every day.
Right.
Every week. It's a wedding. It's an anniversary. It's a special time.
Yeah.
So
it's a celebration cigar.
It is.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
And then the same with the Night Commander.
Yeah.
So this will be the same yearly fall release.
Okay.
And we're doing these for charity on our side. So all of our net after we pay our reps and shipping and all that, 100%, we just raised $75,000 this past year. That's going into education, entrepreneurship programs. So I wanted to do something, to give back for the great honor that I received for Night Commander.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and this is another one of those where you appreciate the presentation.
Yeah.
And it's just.
Yeah, but both of these
beautiful.
Are tough, for a shelf.
For a shelf, yes, but for somebody's collection,
yes,
at home,
yes.
it's like some of us, we have a big cabinet humidor.
Yeah,
it just looks good on the shelf, and that every once in a while you reach in there and you grab one of those cigars.
Yeah,
you appreciate the way that it's encased, and it just, I don't know, it kind of adds some flair to it.
Again with the tray.
Oh, love it, yeah.
So these are 12 count.
Okay. And what's the blend on this cigar?
So this is Connecticut Broadleaf.
Okay.
It's one of the 7 blends that I originally did for Tabernacle.
Oh, all right.
So it's similar to Tabernacle, but it's more refined.
Okay.
Much more refined.
Okay.
And these are aging for almost a full year before they're shipped.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I say for you guys that get them, I would say let them sit in the humidor.
Okay.
And acclimate for at least a week.
Yeah.
So what happens is when we age sticks for that long in Nicaragua, our humidors down there are not 72% humidity.
Okay.
Because cigars coming from the production floor have a tremendous amount of humidity.
Yeah.
Especially with darker, heavier Maduros.
Yeah.
So they have to age out naturally at lower. We're usually keeping them below 65 in that 60 range to kind of naturally pull the humidity.
Okay.
So when they age for a year, though, the humidity is definitely on the lower end.
Right.
So I always say let them acclimate for a week.
Nice.
And then those oils start coming back. The wrapper starts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, as you guys, it's being a little different, the trade show being in March instead of July.
Yeah.
There's a little extra time in the year. So what are you going to do to capitalize on that extra time this year?
Matt, I'm taking a vacation for the first time in the summer, and
Go fishing.
I'm going fishing.
Nice.
Going fishing.
Good.
Yeah. We're going in the mouth of the Connecticut River for striped bass.
Oh, I love it.
In July. So every year, the show being right after July 4th, the preparation.
Yeah.
We're prepping all year for this show, and then when you come back from the show, we're going hard.
Yeah.
We got to go back. We maybe take a day, and then
Yeah.
We're
You got to
we're-
get stuff shipped. You
we're
got to
just as
fulfill
busy
orders.
when
Yeah.
we get back.
Events and all that. Yeah.
So this year I'm gonna try to relax a little bit.
I'd say you've earned it.
You know, I think I might hit the road a little bit in the
Okay.
fall.
Okay.
It's been tough. I haven't been on the road because managing, you know, Nicaragua, making sure production, you know, we're dealing with a lot of labor issues down
Sure.
there.
Yeah.
You know, so me being down there is important.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
just to keep things flowing.
Well, if your travels at any point bring you to Minnesota, dinner's on us.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brother, thanks so much
Always
for giving
good
us
to
some
see
time.
you. Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.
Thanks.